if you know the enemy, and if you know yourself, you would not fear the results of 100 battles. Hello YouTube! This is Chriz Maniac bringing you another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. And this battle is against Sean or Scene, however you pronounce it. And right here, I have my A-team of OP Pokemon, overpowered Pokemon. Like when you see me bring this team against you, you know that I want to beat your face in and just absolutely wreck you, destroy you, and win the Pokemon battle. I think I brought this team along because I've lost the last couple, like, I don't know, 3 games, and I'm like, okay, that's it, I want to beat somebody. And the unfortunate person is Sean, but he turns out, even though he has RU and NU Pokemon in his team, such as his Spiritomb and his Flareon, he actually, like, does a very good job of, like, handling my team. And he outplays me with every one of his Pokemon. Like, I act like a total noob right here, and he acts like a total pro, so yeah. Anyways, I bring him my Tentacruel because I know it's a good lead against his Pokemon. I know he won't lead with his Rotom because it's too obvious, and he might predict my other lead, which is my Tyranitar. So instead of Toxic Spikes right there, and that is great because I can get his Pokemon poisoned. In comes Caius, my Gliscor, expecting the Volt Switch, but no, he burns my Gliscor. I'm like, no! Not my toxic heal or poison heal, because now I can get poisoned and I basically have no recovery on my Gliscor. My Gliscor is a floating, useless paperweight, and it really sucks. My Gliscor is so, like, useless right now. I get the knockoff on the Fortress, that's great because now I can just get that thing's recovery out, people switches it out of there, and this is the start of the match, and I am already doing really bad, and he proceeds to outplay me, and that's one of the outplay, like the plays that he makes that really destroys me in this game. So I go for the Sludge Wave, expecting him to overpredict and like just switch out, hard switch out, but he just full switches, and that Sludge Wave hardly does anything to him. So I'm playing like a total noob right now. I'm getting destroyed, getting my soul destroyed by Sean, Scene, however you pronounce it. In comes his Charizard, and I'm like, okay, which one is this? Y or X? Because please be X. I could intimidate you, you can get poisoned, and he's Charizard Y. So I'm like, well, damn, this thing is dangerous, and my Intimidate is pretty useless on this thing, on this Charizard, because it's a special attacker most likely. In comes a Drought, and my Waterfall won't even do much to this guy because it's a neutral damage now. Because the Sun powers down water moves, he goes for Solar Beam, and it hits me real hard. It does like 50% to me, but after leftovers, I know I can survive another hit because that's only 101 damage to me and I have 202 health. So he switches out right there, surprisingly. And in comes his Rotom. I go for the Roar, expecting him to switch out or stay in. And in comes his Charizard again, so I'm like, well, damn, in comes my worst nightmare once again. I know I can survive another hit, so I just stay in. He withdraws again, which is awesome. He's thinking that I have Stone Edge in this guy, but I don't have Stone Edge, that's great. And he brings his what's it called again? That bug, Heracross, expecting my Stone Edge, but I don't do that. I bring in my Tyranitar, and I'm like, well, damn, he brought that in, and I brought in my Tyranitar, and that thing is now absolutely wreck my Tyranitar if I stay in. So I switch out right there. I was scared of his close combat, and in comes Bacchanal once again just to get intimidated off. And right here, he goes for a very good play. He goes for the Stone Edge, expecting my Gyarados to switch in, and I'm like, wow, Sean, absolutely wrecking me right now with these Pokemon that are of lower tiers. I brought a full team of overpowered OU Pokemon, and he's beating me with UU, NU, and RU Pokemon, so I feel really bad right now. Anyways, I actually missed like right here. I go for a Sleep Talk, and I'm like, whoa, what the heck? I don't know, I think I played this in the middle of the night, and I'm like really sleepy, and I'm like, okay, one last game before I go to bed. So yeah, he's in there, just toxic, and Sandstorm damage is racking up on him, so that's great. At least something's going my way, even though it's not that good. In comes Claire, and I know he resists the Stone Edge, and he is locked into it, so that is great, because now I can set up in front of his face and hit something hard with a close combat, and this is actually my Mega Lucario, so Adaptability close combat is going to hit hard, even though it wasn't the Charizard. So he brings it in, expecting me to like go for one of my stabs, and he resists both of them because of his typing, because of his flying fire typing. And in comes Claire, ready to wreck stuff. I actually predict that. I go for the crunch on his protected switch, and it does a pretty good amount to his Charizard. Does like, I don't know, 40% to his Charizard. In comes Tyranitar just to wall this thing. Even though he has a Solar Beam, I think I could take one. Hopefully, anyways, under Sandstorm. He goes for a Fire Blast, hardly does anything to my Tyranitar. He's buffeted by Sandstorm, and now I could take one attack from him and hit him up with a super effective Stone Edge. So he withdraws his Charizard, in comes his Fortress, his Brick, and this starts an like a really weird set of plays from his Fortress and my Tyranitar. So the thing is in this matchup is that he can spin my rocks away, and I'm trying to take him down with Fire Fang. That does like 19% to him, and he gets the Rapid Spin off, and he can set up his own Stealth Rocks. So right here, I am trying to take this thing out, this Fortress out, and I set up my Stealth Rocks too in the process, because his Charizard Y would get wrecked by Stealth Rocks. So I set up Stealth Rocks once again, and he sets up his own Stealth Rocks. Actually, he goes for a Gyro Ball, hardly does anything to me, because Tyranitar is kind of slow, number one, and he is pretty bulky, even though he has no defense investment. And that thing is low attack, so I keep going for the Fire Fang. He avoids the attack. That thing is well trained. He rapid spins again, spins away my rocks. So I'm like, okay, I am going to set my rocks a couple of times, and then I'm gonna hit that thing up with a Fire Fang, and hope to take it out. I have no spin blockers in this team, so I have to take this thing out with my rocks up. And I'm not sure what series of plays that I could go for to take this thing out, to keep my rocks and take it out in the process. So I'm just hoping to like just go with it and take it out eventually. Anyways, he set up his own rocks. I hit that thing with a Fire Fang once again, and I'm like, okay, he's gonna go for Rapid Spin this turn. I'm gonna go for my own rocks. Then I'm gonna eat it with my Fire Fang. So that's my plan right now. And as I get more leftovers recovery, that's great. I set up my own rocks, and let's see what he goes for, because I forgot what he went for. He goes for another Rapid Spin. So I'm like, well, damn, this is gonna last forever, because I can't stall him out of Rapid Spins. He has like, I don't know, 20 Rapid Spins up his belt still, and he has a bit of life left. So I'm like, well, damn, I'm just gonna crunch you, whatever. I was impatient right there, and I have my rocks up, and his Charizard Y can come in unfettered by whatever rocks are in the field. So, folks, be patient when you're having a Pokemon battle, because rocks could really, really help you, or any other sort of thing that could pay off when you have patience. So I bring in my Gyarados. I survive on 1 HP, thankfully, and I get intimidated off. He goes for a close combat on my Gyarados, and that's fine by me, because I can bring in another Pokemon which resists close combat. And yeah. So anyways, this guy's totally outplaying me still. He set up rocks, and I haven't set up my own rocks. And he's spun my rocks away. So yeah, that's the, I don't know, second or third or millionth outplay that he has dealt to me. In comes my Lucario, and right here I go for the, I'm not actually sure what I go for. I go for a Volt Punch just being safe, because I know he could annihilate me with a close combat later on. I switch out my Lucario because I can't really do much to that Rotom. I bring in Philippines just to resist any of its stabs, and to get a Will-O-Wisp, because I don't really mind a Will-O-Wisp, because I'm a Venusaur, I'm bulky, and I don't really attack on the physical side. So yeah, I got burnt, but that doesn't really matter, because that Black Sludge kind of takes away the damage from burn. But you know, that damage is still damage. Whatever. In comes his Flareon, and then I use Sleep Powder and whatever comes in. And I'm like, well, damn, I missed my Sleep Powder, so that sucks. I can't really stand against this thing, because I don't have my Mega Venusaur here, which resists, or not resists, or that is neutral to fire. And yeah, so I bring in Caius. I'm like, okay, Caius, take a hit, man. Even though you're burnt, I know you take a hit. So he goes for a Flare Blitz, and hits my Gliscor, and that takes it out. So I'm like, what? That thing is choice banded, no doubt. That thing took out a Gliscor in one shot, and I'm like, I was shocked by that. So I know I can bring in my Tyranitar here, not fearing any other sort of move that he brings at me, because I resist his Flare Blitz. So I can set up my own rocks right here, thankfully. But he's a good player, he's a smart cookie, and he brings in his Charizard Y in before the rocks, takes away my Sandstorm, and sets up his own drought. So I'm like, damn, this guy is gonna beat me probably because I've done so many bad plays in this game. He's outplayed me every sort of way. So I bring in Philippines, and I'm hoping to resist his solar beam because I know it's incoming. But he goes for the fire blast, so I get wrecked by a full-powered fire blast from a Charizard Y, 150 special attack, max special attack probably, under the sun. So damn, my Philippines got incinerated by that. Oh my goodness. So I set up the sandstorm again. So I stacked off my Venusaur just for that, basically. And now I can just proceed to wreck that Charizard if it chooses to stay in. And I go for a Stone Edge right here. And that does a pretty good amount to that, what's it called? Spiritomb. But not enough though. It's like a what, 2-hit KO? Or a 3-hit KO from looking at it from now. Well, yeah, it has leftovers, so that's definitely a 3-hit KO. So I can't really take this thing out. I don't want my Tyranitar to be burnt because I know it'll be useful for his what's it called? Charizard. So I switch out right there. He goes for a Shadow Ball, predicting my switch, and he's predicting all over the place right now. I'm like read by a book by this guy. Oh man. So we both get hit by Sandstorm. I got my leftovers or Black Sludge recovery back, and yeah, we're both chilling in the field right here. 2 Pokemon with really scary stares. I go for a Sludge Wave right here, hoping for a poison or something. But I remember that Ghost resists poison. So I'm like, wow. I'm like making so many rookie mistakes right now. And yeah, like, don't you guys ever forget that Ghost resists poison? Like where in the world do you know that Ghost resists poison? But anyways, I'll bring back my Tyranitar, and I'm hoping that they finish this thing off with a crunch or something. So I eat that thing up, and it takes it down. So no, it doesn't take down. So I was lucky though that he didn't go for the what's it called? He didn't go for the Will-O-Wisp or something. And with the Sandstorm, I can take him down, so that's great by me. But he gets a defense drop on my Tyranitar, and his Charizard Y could quite possibly take me out next turn with Solar Beam. But yeah, he brings in Tyrone, his, what's it called? His bug thing, and I expect him to over-predict here. And expecting me to switch out, but no, he predicts me, reading me like a book. And he absolutely annihilates my Charizard with a close combat. But it's good thing he's poisoned, so that poison takes him out. So I'm running low on Pokemon right now. I think I only have my Lucario and my Tentacruel left at this point. And he got this originality, and he knows that he can destroy all my Pokemon with his Rotom. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go for a Swords Dance in hopes that he misses the Will-O-Wisp. So I go for a Swords Dance on my Lucario, and I'm like, please miss the Will-O-Wisp. And he goes for Rest here, so I'm like, yo! Get wrecked, son, because now I can outspeed him next turn because I am jolly, and I can annihilate him with a close combat, destroying that defensive Rotom with a crit. I'm thinking that crit doesn't matter because I have adaptability and I'm at +2 and I'm a Mega Lucario, so I don't think it mattered. And goes Flareon, and right here, he hopes to outspeed me with Flare Blitz, but he probably won't. So he just doesn't rage quit, but he forfeits the match because he knows that his Charizard Y is gonna get wrecked by Stealth Rocks and switch in. I can bullet punch that thing down, and I can wreck his Flareon with a close combat. So that was a very good game, Sean. You deserve to win, man, because you have outplayed me in every sort of way and destroyed my OP team with your non-OP Pokemon. So he really totally deserved to win that game. Anyways, folks, hope you folks enjoyed the battle. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you did, and I'll see you folks next time.